Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for this early morning market talk. There's a few things which I want to discuss as usual. Let's go first with the transfer list. So I did sell a Dembele overnight, bought him for around 95, and he sold. That's about 5k profit, so nothing amazing there. Otherwise, in terms of lazy sales, just nothing happening. The market is pretty dead. A lot of cards have been rebounding. Now, call me crazy, but as we speak, Bayern Munich is playing. Lewandowski, which you guys know, I've been buying. I've got some at 675 up to 720, and I think I've got one or two at 780. But he's currently up. I saw him about an hour ago around 850. Now, call me crazy, but I did not sell. I keep holding this card. I do think today is a proof that how this card can really jump in price when Lewandowski scores. He did score at the beginning of the game. Then it kind of everything shifted towards the other attackers. Like Gnabry's having a hell of a game. I just finished watching Tottenham's game, and I do think Heung-min Son is gonna get an upgrade. If he doesn't get a team of the week, by upgrade I mean a team of the week. If he doesn't get into team of the week, he surely will get a man of the match. In terms of other things which I've done with my coins, now I want to show you guys. I did start buying a lot of fodders. I don't expect lightning rounds today. It might happen, you never know with EA, but I'm not expecting lightning rounds. I don't know what's happening. The menus are so laggy, and I don't even know if I'll be able to reach there. But there you go. You can see a few goals which I've bought, a few I've packed, but I've been concentrating on 85s, 86s, and I still want to add a bit more. Because I do know mid-icon SBC is coming. We may get a few very good SBCs, player SBCs. It's been a long time since we didn't get a player moment, so this might be in the works as well. So I do want to spend that 100k which I currently have into buying more. Now, what's really funny is that those cards are extremely undervalued, and it's funny because people know it's something which, repeats every now and then, that, players drop, fodders drop, but at the end of the day, they always do come up strong. And look at this Vardy, 85 rated, 7k. I do think there's some sort of people not understanding exactly what's happening. They just look at Vardy 85, but they don't think about that, this card will be a very good fodder going forward. Obviously, Premier League links, England links. Same goes with Onana. I've seen, now this is a first owner, but I've seen Onana on bids at 4.5k, which is just insane in my opinion. So I've got a Rodri there as well. Hernandez. Now the 84s, I've packed 84s, and I've got a lot of 84s that I've bought as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buy some more. If you look at this Ndidi, for example, 84 rated, bought him for 1800, and there was a ton sitting on the market, but unfortunately, you guys know my transfer target is always full with informs, and I don't have transfer list space as well, so I couldn't buy more. He's already a bit up. Same goes for this Pavlenka. Pavlenka is a very good fodder, because most of the cheapest 84s are in the Bundesliga, and this is a good pickup in my opinion. In terms of what's happening with the market, I do kind of have a feeling of why the headliners especially are dropping, is because of road to the finals. Now, if you look at, for example, a guy like Mahrez was most recently, I've seen a ton of him being listed at 130. Now, at the moment, he's around 140, which makes me believe that with Champions League coming up, a lot of people are shifting their coins towards those road to the final cards, and which makes sense. Obviously, these cards have been sleeping for quite a bit. People were definitely selling those because Champions League was like 2 months later on. But now that it's coming up, a lot of people like betting on those cards, meaning that if they have a few coins, they're gonna buy them and try to make profit on them, and which makes sense. Otherwise, a lot of cards have rebounded overnight. If you look at this Limbombe guy, now this guy really surprised me in the morning. When I was looking at his price, I was like, wow, he really shot up. Now I don't know exactly how much he went up, but if I look at Footbin at the moment, Footbin is showing me that he was around last night. He dipped all the way to 38. I'm pretty sure I saw him cheaper than that. But either way, he did go up a bit. Now the supply is huge on this card, so I don't know. Same goes for this Bernat guy. I saw a ton of him being listed at 45. And at the moment, he's around 51, if I'm not mistaken. And either way, we're not going to get lightning rounds. I'm pretty sure about that. I haven't seen a promo which lightning rounds are being in the market on a Sunday. So this very much will surprise me if we do see that. But this is a very good card to pick up. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy a few. I'm just going to club stock a few of those players, the fodders, because you never know. So just to give you guys an idea, you just go in the market. You guys know how to buy cards. It's pretty much you try and get cheapest one on the market of these cards, but do remember, always look at the nationality and the league. I never buy fodders which are not from top 5 leagues, unless it's a card like, for example, Visca, who's a very popular card when it comes to solutions. And if you're buying them as a fodder, then do not worry buying the blue one as well. If the blue one is the cheapest, buy the blue one. It's not an issue, because if it is to be submitted into an SBC, you can always submit the blue one as well. So that's not an issue in my opinion. Now the menus are very laggy, so I'm just gonna do that when the video ends. I do want to buy James Rodriguez, Higuain, Icardi, Rakitic, Immobile. So I'm just gonna buy all of them and club stock them. And in case if the mid icon SBC comes out and I change my mind that I don't want to do it, then I'm just gonna go ahead and sell them. So that is always something which is very profitable. If you guys look at Footmiss, for example, people that held on to their fodders just kept making more and more coins. I do think this is what's going to happen when the mid-icon SBC drops. If it doesn't drop, I do think there is a very high probability, high chances of us getting a Team of the Week SBC. So do keep this in mind in case you guys are heavily invested into Team of the Week. In terms of FFS cards, FFS cards have been going higher. If you look at the batch 2, I'm just gonna pull that page up. If you look at the batch 2, a lot of cards have held value. Palacios is still 205. Malin is still 145. So even the higher tier of cards, now Haaland dropped up to 1.9 last night. I did see him on the market at 1.9. Seems like he is rebounding. A guy whom I'm very interested, but unfortunately I'm very much invested at the moment and I can't, I don't have the coins to buy him. But Footbin is showing me that Kamara is 150. If that's the case, this is a very good buy in my opinion. Okay, so somebody already bought that, which pretty much makes sense. 150 is very cheap for this card. Otherwise, there's another card which is Diaby, which I do think this card, every single time it has proven me wrong. I don't like this card. I'm not a fan of this card in terms of the stats, but I'm just gonna look at his first name. I'm not sure. Okay, Musa. So I'm not a very big fan of this card, but every single time I look at him on the market going for cheap, I don't buy him, and then he ends up rising and making me regret. So if I do get him around 64, 63, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy him. I'm gonna keep an eye out for this card, and I'm just gonna throw him into the transfer targets just to remember to buy him. Otherwise, the market is pretty stable. I don't expect any kind of sell-off. If there is a sell-off, the sell-off is gonna come from the cards that have risen the most. I do think people realize that a lot of cards have been going down in price, and there's just no point of selling them at the moment. So let's see what happens. We never know with the content drop. I am gonna have another video out later on, maybe in a few hours from now. In terms of FUT champions, I was 7-0 at the moment. I'm 8-1. I did lose my first game this morning. I don't know why. I just went ahead and played FUT champs before having some sort of a warm up game. I usually play a squad battle game on Ultimate, and most of the time I do lose that game on Ultimate. I'll be honest with you guys, Ultimate is just crazy. But this really warms me up in order to play FUT champs. But today I just went straight up, and the first game I was playing a guy who was not even all that good, but he was shushing me the whole game. He beat me 2-1, but the second game was pretty good. I did take the win 6-2. Ronaldo with all 6 goals. So I'll keep you guys posted about that. If you guys enjoyed the content, support the channel, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll have another video out maybe a few hours from now after the content drops. So do keep an eye out for this. I'll see you guys then. Bye.